Hello, this piano's just been sold and it's going out to a concert venue. Just want to think a little bit about which piano stool is most suitable for a concert venue. This is the most basic piano stool and it's a flat packed one, and this one here is not flat packed. I'll show you what I mean in a second and why it's very important for a concert to have a high quality piano stool. That's the piano stool that's with the piano at the moment, and that's in our concert venue here in North Oxford. That we sell pianos here from this venue from time to time, and then put another concert standard piano in. So there's the four stools. I just want to look at them and think about them. So let's start off with this one and why it's not really so suitable. This is actually a top range basic piano stool. It's a Toledo, made in Spain, and one that we sell and we're confident and happy about. The main problem is that these bolts come loose, and many times we find in clients' houses the bolts have come loose when they've had one of these stools. They come with a spanner which isn't man enough to really tighten them enough, so we use a ratchet spanner, so we're going to tighten them as much as we possibly can. You could over tighten and damage the leg, which has happened before, but really they can go really tight before the leg gets damaged, and they need to be really tight, these legs. So over the years, perhaps 15-20 years, these might need retightening again, but the spanners that are provided with these stools in the flat packed box are not suitable for the job, not man enough for the job. So really you need much bigger spanner. Ratchet spanner is what we use ourselves, and obviously if you just have very good long spanner basically, then you can got a lot more tension, put a lot more tension on it, and that needs to be extremely tight. Now even concert venues in sort of 10-20 years time, they're going to go loose, and that's just such a nuisance for concert pianists. They can squeak, they can rock around, and not suitable at all really. These are top quality ones in terms of flat pack, because the screw system is the best one. Some of the really cheap ones have a screw here that comes loose and just falls out sometimes. So if you're buying a piano stool, it's best to invest in a decent one really, and it's really important to turn the piano stool upside down and see what it looks like. That construction is the best, I think, for a flat pack one, if you look at the screws there and how that's constructed, and not the type which have a screw here. I haven't got one to show you at the moment, but let's look at the other piano stools. Oh, sorry, before we do so, this mechanism here is good for a flat pack one. These often do need a little bit of oiling or greasing just to make them go smoothly, but this is a good system. Now if we look underneath the concert stool, if you look at it, you can see it's not flat packed. The legs are fixed on. There's nothing to come loose here basically, and that's what's important. And also it adjusts much better really. It's a much bigger mechanism, much smoother mechanism, and easier for the pianist to adjust. This other one has the same mechanism below, so it's a concert stool again, and a good mechanism for adjustment. This has got a vinyl top which is not quite so comfortable to sit on. We were going to supply this one, and I was cleaning it and looking at it this morning and realised that it's got a small tear in it. So obviously we don't really want to supply one with a small tear in. Even so, I don't think that tear will open up very rapidly, but I decided that what we're going to do is supply two piano stools to the venue, and they can have them both. And this one is a vinyl. Again, these are second-hand piano stools. They didn't really want to pay out for a really quite expensive concert stools. This one is obviously really top quality, and unfortunately it's expensive. We do new ones that are more like this, and it's 3 times the price of this one. So we try and source these second-hand ones. It's really difficult to source them, so if you're watching this and thinking, oh, I'll ask for one, but we find them extremely hard to source second-hand, so we have to sell new ones. But the new ones are beautiful, wonderfully made Spanish piano stools, and not flat packed. So I hope that's helpful. If you're choosing a piano stool, it's best to get the most expensive one you can. If you're a musician, then I would recommend not having a flat packed one, but having one that's got fixed legs. If you can source a second hand one, brilliant, but we find them difficult to source. I hope that's been helpful. Thank you very much for listening.